Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Mr. JP and the game is Out of Ore, as we all know. Thank you to all the subscribers and viewers out there. Big shout out to the subscribers for sticking with me throughout what was a gaming and, well, I needed a break. Let's just put it like that. Things got busy. So yeah, I have been casually playing a little bit of Out of Ore, and the progress on the game at the moment, the current public version, don't get me started. But it looks like multiplayer is coming, and I am quite happy, so let's get into this. Over here I've been producing various things. This side of the array is sort of the gold production. This side's making steel work, which is going through this roller, which is being produced in there. Standard stuff. I was running out of space, so I just need to go over here and grab something out of there. There we go. They're ready. Needed some more floor blocks, started manufacturing my own stuff, got into the gravel, rah. So, yeah, I need to do a big sell-off. That's the first thing I need to do. So, let's go in here, 7.9, okay. So we've got 7.9 million in the bank. Sell off all the gold that I've sifted my way through. You see, I've seen other more hardcore players. I mean, I'm thinking about marketing my videos as not hardcore, but they are real gameplay. I'm perhaps not showing all of the aspects the game can do, but you know, made a significant amount of cash here. That's quite cool. But yeah, I don't like the waste of just selling what I'm digging like other hardcore players. So I always run mine through a machine, and the result is quite a lot of profitable stuff. I don't really need those two. Right. So yeah. That did give me some significant cash. Quick 10 mil in the bank nearly. I like it a lot. So over here we've got the machine that I've built up, and this might be the first time you guys are seeing this, might be the second. But yeah, it's all floating and hanging in air at the moment. I need to build a building to shelter it and that kind of thing. I'll get round to it. But essentially, this is the dirt disposal box. This is high profit from the wash plant and what's trommeled out from up there. And over here is where we end up with an awful lot of coal and gravel and stuff. I think I might sell some more of this coal off. Oh yeah, I've been washing through diamonds and rubies and all sorts of things, so really should sell some of that off too. Since I'm about to hit another chunk of coal, I might as well sell the lot. So yeah, this is how you make money in Out of Ore, obviously. Don't know how much these steel frames are worth. Not bad. Diamonds. Oh yep, they're forever. I love it. Love it. So yeah, currently Out of Ore appears to have gone a little bit sort of the game formerly known as Gold Rush, which has changed its name and is coming forth. So I think there's going to be a little bit of a war going on between Out of Ore and that one, perhaps, which would be nice to see. A little bit of competition. I think the multiplayer aspect of Out of Ore may well tip it in its favour, but we'll see how that all falls out. I quite like it. A little bit of ruck's always good. So it promotes competition and evolution. Not necessarily promoting a proper fight, but a little bit of a disagreement always works. So as you can see, we're mining out a fair amount of iron and lithium, aluminium and stuff there. Gold is coming through at a fair old rate. You'll see that my level XP is running up quite quickly. That's because all the wash plants are going and stuff. And so yeah, this machine works in the standard way. From the hoppers up here to the sorters, down to the wash plants, up to the trommels, and then they go sideways into this hopper as well. And then what goes through the bottom of the trommel goes through the crusher and out through another set of separators, which is because of the fractioneers. They will generate a lot of stuff that's different, and that goes back and into there as well. So awful lot of conveyor belts, awful lot of machinery close together. Doesn't look very nice, but is highly efficient, very easy to build, and it's probably going to look a lot like the first machine that you go for. So yeah, over here biggest loader, has been having a little bit of a time of it, really. As you can see, we've got a fair old surface area going out here, and not much rich stuff to show for it, really. I mean, that looks like a rich deposit. Over there isn't that awful lot of coal that I said I was going to dig out, and there is stonework somewhere over here. It is in here somewhere, and I will be getting to it. But currently I've been occupying my time just trenching forward with the excavator, dumping it into the dumper, dumping it away, and yeah, that's where we're at. So coming days I'm probably going to decorate this up and get a bit further forward here. I want this hopper to be around about this location, and so that means that all of this stuff will start piling in using the large loader. Game looks a little jerky at the moment, but this is essentially the development copy that's in the public domain. This is the final copy we saw before it went public. So we'll be testing the next copy soon. This is the area of rock that I found. And that's pretty much the top of it. I might take this big cliff face down. I'm not sure yet, but definitely need to expand through here. I'm going to need to experiment with the conveyor floor to speed things up, I think. I don't think there's any way around that. Right. This is where you will hear Mr. JP start swearing, because I'm absolutely terrible when it comes to using these excavators. I love them, don't get me wrong. I do love them, but just not very well practiced. Perhaps I should get the joysticks out. But you can sort of get a fair bit of action going with it. Quite a bit of shine going on there off of the bed of the dumper. Let's get that covered over so it's not as blinding. There we go. That's a lot better. So yeah, I mean, bit crazy in the world at the moment. I feel like a kid again. Bearing in mind I'm of a certain age, I remember a time where the idea of the occasional intercontinental ballistic missile flying over your head was actually a realistic probability. B-52s were in the sky, and there were signs on the side of my school stating how to differentiate Russian and NATO bombers. So, for me, the opening of this year isn't that unusual. It reminds me of 1987. Everyone's panicking, but this situation normal. I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, world situation. Everyone's losing their heads. People are lobbing rockets at each other. Looks like Third World War is going to kick off. Yep, that's the 80s. Welcome to it. I love it. Unfortunately, I'm just waiting for the big shoulder boards and those cool jackets to come back. Like, I missed out on them the first time around. Quite looking forward to dressing like that. That'd be cool. So yeah, as you can see, I'm excavating this ditch out. And the idea being that with this conveyor run forward into this location, it'll speed up the digging, which is exactly what my fellow YouTuber, I'll give him a shout out, Split in Two, yeah. He's in hardcore mode, and that's fair enough. He's American. Americans do hardcore mode. I'm like the relaxed gamer who does real footage and no montage. This is the pace of the game, But yeah, he's digging straight into pay dirt boxes, which if you're rich like I am at the moment and you've got all the cash you need and everything, it makes perfect sense if you want to make fast progress. But I'm such a total Brit. Like, I'm so tight. I'm British. I don't like waste. It's got to go. It's got to go straight through the processor. I don't mind if it's a little bit slower. You got to do these things, and I do think that in some ways using the excavator in the game to dig stuff out does give you a more realistic sort of finish to the finished map. So it's worth fighting with. It also does create some mega deep traps for your character to fall into and have to respawn places, so get used to the idea of transferring to vehicles or rescuing yourself. But eventually I'm looking for a nice long curling road into this mine on the right hand side of your screen as you look at it, going either around the back of the building or through it. I think that'd be kind of cool. Just having a quick sighting look at what I'm doing here, and just re-manoeuvring the vehicle. These things shuffle around a bit, so you have to watch yourself and make sure you're staying where you want to be digging, sort of thing, on the right line. Matter of check yourself before you wreck yourself. Going into a bit of coal here. This could be fun. Nice thing about taking a sort of cut like this, where you can sort of see into the cut, as you can see how the bucket's cut edge, as it were, interacts with the terrain. And in learning that, you can get different effects, different smoothing, a few different things, which is kind of nice. How full is that dumper? 70. Okay, that's cool. I do like the bulking. I think, judging from a video that was released by the developer last week, I think, the new dirt sample that he showed looks a lot like dirt. It looks like a development of the bulking mode. So if you don't like bulking, that's probably not going to be your favourite thing to hear. But if it smooths up the gameplay and reduces the current machine overhead, it's probably a good thing, because if they're going for multiplayer, that's going to be necessary for server smooth server running, essentially. So come on, I just want to nick that corner. There we go. So as you can see, this sort of extends the ditch. I think I've overdone that. I think I have overdone that. Let's back that up. Have a little look-see. Get square. There we go. A lot of this is about staying square as well. Just making sure that your excavator's in a good position to allow you to do what you want to do. Let's take this little lot and just pour it in one of these. Go down the end of it. See how much of it I can spill over onto that pile that's building up on the conveyors there. Originally those were clear. That build up is all stuff that's been spilt. So yeah. Lots of coal. That'd be raining down at the machine. So having dumped that line there, quickly tab across to this guy. There we go. That's what I mean by positioning vehicles, so you can just jump into them. It's kind of handy. I just don't like having too many vehicles. It makes the list longer. So you can see the coal on the far right going out there, the dirt in the middle there, and occasional bits of rich stuff coming out of there from the wash plant. And when gravel starts flowing through, there'll be an awful lot more coming in from the top there, from the fractioneer. So, yeah. Or the fractioner. Whichever way you look at it. This one tree just keeps regrowing. There we go. You slowly cut down trees and eventually you get massive piles of wood for making floors and stuff. It's kind of handy. So yeah, we need the dumper. This is why I'm looking forward to multiplayer, because it's going to be pretty cool to have two machines pouring stuff into the sorting drums and everything. Ooh, hey. Yeah, it's industrial equipment, but let's not run over the edge of a hopper and stick it in the hole. That's a bad move. You can see there's some dirt actually showing through the hoppers in the bottom of this nearest hopper because it wasn't built very well. It was about 2 in the morning and I was feeling slack. Might have been this morning, and I wasn't awake. I'm a bit tired. It's been a long week. Anyhow, so yeah, back to this. And this is what I meant about tabbing around in vehicles, because I've now got this massive hole with no way out of it, and I need to build some of these. So, they've extended the build range a little. That's useful. Now at least anything like spill with the digger should hopefully go in. Yeah, so we can get another one in there. And there's one, another two. Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, don't be afraid to like lay down parts and like have a look and see what works, sort of thing. It is a good method. Yeah, try from there. Getting my fingers over the right keys would be a good start. For those who don't know or are just joining me, I have massive hands. I'm 6'6" and been a tradesman for most of my life, and so my hands are pretty big, which can make gaming a little awkward. Like, don't ask me to use some of these tiny controller devices. Touch screens are a bit of fun because I suffer from. I discovered it whilst at college studying electronics, but my skin actually doesn't really conduct at the same rate that a lot of other people's do, due to the fact it's quite dry, and it doesn't really flake off or anything. Doesn't give me any problems. It's just natural. That's the way I am. And one of the side effects of this is I have a little bit of a problem sometimes getting certain types of touch screen to work, which can be highly entertaining for people watching me swear at a phone that won't accept my inputs. I am touching you. No, you're not. Another interesting side effect of it, I can approach an infrared door sensor and just not get seen. I don't get what's going on. I'm actually hotter than everybody else around me. I naturally run at quite a high body temperature. So yeah, it's all a bit weird. Quite a lot of fun electronically in this digital world, not to be able to use touchscreens. Highly entertaining. Yeah, I've forgotten where I was going with that. Anyway, I'm wondering what happens if I get tasered, to be honest. not perhaps one to find out about, but yeah. I mean, I some being a bit big and a bit stubby on the keyboard. I also sometimes have problems with doorways, being 6'6" and fairly big of shoulder. I'm fairly lightweight, but yeah, a bit like Slender Man. But yeah, I'm not the only one who has problems going through narrow gaps. Just ask the Dally. I can't believe that there isn't a rule in American ports at the moment about tugboats escorting ships through and under the bridges until they're safely out of the harbour, because I'm going to be honest, the world has short memories about a lot of things. I'm a studier of history and I don't shy away from the politically incorrect. And America's had its fair share of bridge strikes already. I think someone needs to wise up, get with the program here, because yeah. Barges have hit railway bridges and caused massive derailments and accidents. Barges have hit bridges and caused road surfaces to come down. It happens more often than you think. Blocking dams has happened recently during flooding. I saw that a load of barges got loose and they went downstream and blocked a load of dams. I think that was in America as well, actually. So yeah, I think people are going to have to figure some of this stuff out soon. And I'm just a lowly electronics engineer who happens to have done a bit of work in the trades and thinks about things whilst he's working. Gives you a lot of time for reflection working on site when you're doing a fairly mundane, boring task. And on reflection, there are definitely things that people could do better out there, and they're being paid a lot of money to do it quite badly. I think it's quite funny that the world's telling China that they produce too much. Isn't that what we wanted them to do? Mass production to make it cheap for us? Have you forgotten that that's what supports your nice little life? Well, we'll see how that goes down when they figure that one out. It's called economies of scale. The more you make of it, the cheaper it becomes per unit. The more people can afford it, the more they sell, and the more money they haul back to the motherland. Also known as Xi Jinping, and yeah, I'm not even going to mention the letters of that government, because if I do, they'll probably try and ban me. Yeah, people talk about diplomatic freedom in the world, but geez, it's all gone a bit Pete Tong. I think the expression is in the UK. That's the way I'm trying to go. Emptying the bucket whilst I do it is not what I want to do. This is what I mean by I'm absolutely terrible at this thing. Here we go. Right, it's got the cut angle. It's got that. I mean, perhaps I should try fitting this with the GPS. Maybe that'll help me out. I don't know. And then we need to reposition the excavator again. And that's what the game is at the moment. People are calling for heavier excavators and better things, and there's a lot of talk about the physics of it, and the new generation vehicles are going to fix it and that kind of thing. But personally, I think when you put the handbrake on, it just sort of needs to glue itself to the deck. That would sort of short-term solve the problem, perhaps. Not very realistic, but a suitable solution to a problem. Reasonable amount of coal in that one. I didn't expect that. Neat. Always good. So yeah, I mean, pretty much I'm going to spend a little while probably extending this equipment and extending the cuts and that kind of thing. It all takes up time. That's going to be the good bit about sort of the multiplayer side of things, I think. Multiple things can happen at once on the map. Get some more of this in here. And I did notice, so my last video was a Kerbal Space Program, quickly mention it, and that is from off of my old i4 machine. That is old footage, which explains the quality. But game-wise, old Kerbal has definitely got more to it than new Kerbal at the moment. So if people want to see more of that, let me know in the comments, or message me up. If enough of you message me up about it, I'll put up perhaps you'd like a vote on what game that I play and comment on. You know, what do you want to see me playing? If it's a game I don't own, I might be able to sort something out. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I've been looking to expand the channel, and a big shout out to my viewer. I can't remember your tag, and I'm not going to say it in the video just in case you don't want me to. But you made a comment about taking your channel forward and stuff, and kind of in a similar boat in not knowing quite which way to go with all of this. So if anyone's got sort of any suggestions or anything they want to see me doing, do let me know in the comments and stuff, because you know, feedback's always good. Without feedback there is no improvement. Heck, without feedback you don't know how to move your own body. That works by feedback in a way, I believe. Not really sure. Been having to learn about biology recently, and have discovered that yeah, I'm not good when it comes to sort of biology stuff. Definitely a physicist, unfortunately, and like most physicists who don't make it rich, yeah, I'm pretty broke. And all of this sort of swaying around down here is just me making sure that I'm sort of cutting enough out to get the conveyors in and the hoppers without too much trouble, but I need to cut a bit more off that top edge, that's for sure. That didn't go the way it was meant to. We'll take it. As I say, I am absolutely terrible with the excavator. I know there are people who are out there who are better at doing that than I am, by a long way. No. Running out of space to work. Must be nearly at the end of it. Thank goodness for that. A bit like when we get to the final episodes of that stupid Strictly Come Prancing. Sorry, Strictly Come Dancing. That's the one. Yeah, gotta be careful how I say that one. Sorry guys. Sorry children. Yeah, that's copyright, Uncle Roger. Big shout out to him as well. Do love it. Right. Sorry if I'm a little quiet, by the way. I haven't done much speaking in the last few days either. Been a very crazy world at the moment. And yeah, so practice of the vocal cords, probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. Okay. So yeah, the next one going into the hopper. That's nice. So yeah, putting the hopper in is just a matter of moving one of these hoppers up to there, sort of thing. Is how that'll go down. So you end up with multiple access points across the route to dump stuff in. And then I'll be putting conveyors sideways, I guess, into various places. Ripping out rich stuff. Probably going to be the way forward. There goes the autosave. Must be the half hour. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, half hour's probably... come on, comeback game. All is forgiven. So yeah, half an hour is probably a good point to wrap up the video. Sorry, I'm still trying to think about what to do with this map. I'm going to be honest, that's why I'm a little distracted, like decoratively, because that building goes up like that, and yeah, gonna have to think this one through. for the moment I'll continue ripping this out until we get down to the bedrock, which is kind of where we want to be. Come back along here and tidy up with the excavator once I know where it's going to go. Before I go tipping a bucket full of muck out, let's just see how. Said I was going to leave it a half hour and I just started carrying on playing. That's the addiction of this game. For something that is relatively simple, let's be honest. You just sort of start thinking about what you're doing, get into it, and next thing you know, there goes an hour. That rock might actually make it straight into the processor. Ironic. How close am I to my edge? Yeah, so we've got plenty there. So yeah, as I say, this is the true nature of this beast of a game. Is in the long term concentrating, and I think I'm about to fall in. No, not going to fall in. Okay. Might need a reposition of the machine though. In a big way. Let's have a look. Yeah, there. Okay. Dig in a bit more of a more sensible fashion. Now that actually looks smooth. That was quite cool. Just want to tip this one in here and see whether it blocks up. That'd be fun. Not really. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to leave the video here because it's pretty much going to be me fighting to dig out that end in an accurate fashion and get another hopper in. That's pretty much it. So yeah, go over here, have a quick little look, see how much has come through. Not much there. Probably quite a lot more coal than anything else. Yeah, loads more coal. Another 5,000 just from that little bit. So, I suppose I could go up on this hill and have a quick look, see at the whole place. Just to, as I say, it's starting to make a bit of a dent on the landscape, I think would be the best way of putting it. And as it gets deeper, it will become more apparent as it gets a cliff around the back of it. It's going to be pretty. I'm not sure what kind of building to put on there. I don't want to lose too much of the view over the top of it. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you for joining everybody. Thank you for watching. Any suggestions for what to do here or other games you want me to cover, that kind of thing, feel free to leave them in the comments. Sometimes a bit of a delay on me getting back to comments. Sorry about that. I just don't check things regularly. I'm terribly slack. So yeah, everybody look after yourselves. Good luck in your mine. Various videos of mine have got Discord links. I'll leave another one in the description. But yeah, when the multiplayer starts up, we can use my Discord as a place to get together and arrange stuff, or depends how this game's going to run it. It's going to be interesting. So thank you everyone for joining me. Stay safe out there and have a great weekend. Bye for now.